cyber war and cyber crime are going to be ongoing trends for which every time they come up with a new way to stop it, a new way to get around it's going to be born. People ask me, what kind of good job opportunities are there? That's one of them, becoming a cyber sleuth. At the worst levels of any decline, jobs for those kind of skills continue to increase. The worse conditions get, the more you're going to see cyber crime, and the worse economic conditions go globally, the more you're going to see cyber wars. It's going to be a new element of warfare. It's an internet nuclear bomb waiting to go off. You could bring down entire financial systems, stop the banking transfers. You can blow apart, without ever having to light or fuse, a whole stock exchange, from the FTSE to the Dow, from the Hang Seng to the Nikkei. Every major computer-connected industry or service is a potential target for cyber war. And you're going to start seeing it, rather than countries putting sanctions that don't work, they'll use cyber war to bring down their enemy.
And do you think there's any chance of there being more government control of the Internet because of the cyber wars?
As the cyber wars increase, government control over the Internet will increase as well. Along with Journalism 2.0, we saw with WikiLeaks, the citizen journalists. Now people have their own cameras to take films of things that we only used to have film crews for. Now video's instant. They want to crack down on the freedom of information. They will use cyber war as another element in the war on terror to take freedom away from us and freedom of net neutrality. And by the way, the United States is passing a new Net Neutrality Act. Orwell couldn't have made up a better name. There's nothing neutral about the net neutrality that they're talking about. It gives government virtually complete control to put anybody out of business, as Homeland Security did during the Christmas season when they said that companies violated copyright laws. You have no recourse. You're gone. You're out. You're over. And we saw it with WikiLeaks. They closed them down on Amazon. PayPal stopped doing business with them. Bank of America, MasterCard, one after another. The government's closing them down, clamping down. The greatest fear that governments have are freedom of speech and exposing the corruptness, the ineptitude, and the double dealing going on that they don't want the public to know about. So the more freedom of information that goes out, they're going to start using cyber war and the war on terror as an excuse to take that freedom of the Internet away from the people.
Political trend. What kind of political trend in the U.S. do you think we will see in 2011? Any changes?
Progressive libertarian. Libertarian in the sense of the government staying out of people's lives, but also with the government having control over issues where they can make a difference.
There is a mystery trend. I don't know if you'll give it away or you'll just give me some hints, but what can you tell me about the mystery trend?
Well, there are two great trends. One is alternative energy. And that could be the whole game changer, and that could eliminate a lot of what I've said before. Something greater than wind, solar, geothermal, or biofuel. That's the big game changer, because geopolitics changes as well. Countries that rely on energy as their major export, that changes as well. Would the Americans be in Iraq if their major export was broccoli, and they weren't sitting on the world's second largest oil reserves? The other mystery trend, as we say, know the hand that feeds you. You're going to start seeing a lot more recalls come up from tainted food. We're going to see more and more of the organic food movement, the buy local movement. It's going to be one of the biggest entrepreneurial opportunities 25% of the population, we estimate, is now ready to put their money where their mouth is. It's a huge trend. There's going to be counter trends to try to stop it, but at the end we see it being one of the major trends, and also a whole different way of growing things, whether it's from roof gardens, and as we said before, people tearing up their lawns with grass that's useless, that you can't grow to eat or smoke. You're going to start seeing more and more kinds of vegetables and gardens being produced from it.
Gerald Celente, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with RT at the start of this new year.
Well, thank you.
Are you ready? Do you have what it takes to not only survive hard times, but also thrive in them? In times like these, the most valuable currency we have is food and food reserves. It is more precious than gold, oil, and cash. Food is our greatest dependency, because when you're hungry, nothing else matters. You know it, and I know it. You can't control earthquakes, floods, or the real estate meltdown. But if you have food, you have personal solutions to how these things affect you. Register right here, right now, and order your 6 free meals so you can truly discover what the currency of the future and your freedom taste like.